Small business is the backbone of our communities. It's a good feeling to know that one loan to a business benefits everyone in the community. Hi, this is Dan Knox, commercial banker with People's National Bank in Mount Vernon. We pride ourselves on providing quality products and services to meet the banking needs for our people that work and live right here. Since 1909, our focus continues to be on you, our customers. People's National Bank. It's our people that make the difference. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Dorm Project. Today we have a very special guest, Nick Malone.
Hello, hello.
How are you doing, Nick?
Dude, I'm doing amazing. I just had some El Rancherito.
Yeah?
Doing great.
Good,
Doing great.
good. What'd you get at El Ranch?
Oh, I'm a big chicken on the beach guy.
Oh,
Love it.
For sure.
Love it.
For sure.
Absolutely love
I don't
it.
really like Mexican food, but if I had to pick
Yeah?
one, it'd probably be chicken on the beach.
Oh yeah, it's a safe go-to. Safe go-to.
For sure. For those of you who do not know Nick, he's a really good friend of mine, really good friend of ours. And a lot of people, well, I do, I see him as a big influence because, Nick, you're a great guy. You got good morals. You got a lot of good stuff going for you. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Thank you very much, Trent. That means a lot, man. It means
course.
a lot.
You want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah. For those who are wondering who this man is, that is named Nick Malone. I'm a young 19-year-old sophomore in college. I love the Lord. I love helping other people out, and just being that positive impact for others, man. And I love playing football. I love sports, and I absolutely love chocolate chip cookies and Chick-fil-A, and I love Chick-fil-A. So if you're wondering who I am, that's me in a nutshell.
Right on, right on. So you said you're in college, right?
Yes, sir.
Where exactly? Well, because McMurray did close down, right?
Yeah.
So what's the plan now?
My plan is to go to Nebraska Wesleyan University, which is located in Lincoln, Nebraska, the same city as the University of Nebraska. So there should be some good opportunities there, and I'll be studying athletic training.
Athletic training. So what could you do with athletic training?
My plans are is to get my degree in that and try to work at like a high school or like college level. That's my plan. But if not, I'm feeling a tug in the direction of ministry. Feeling that tug. So I'll see in where the Lord takes me.
Right on. Sorry about the alarm.
No,
I don't know if you heard that. But right on. So like, what was your dream occupation?
Oh,
like, is
my
that
dream-
something you want to do? Like the athletic training?
Yeah. I mean, it's something like ever since I would say senior year, I was sitting in anatomy class and I was like, man, like low key. I mean, obviously sports is gonna end one day. I won't be able to play sports forever. And I was like, man, I really love this anatomy stuff, learning about the muscles, the bones, the different systems and whatnot. And I was like, why don't I just put these things together and boom, athletic training. And like, I just fell in love with that. And just being around sports is a big one for me. But whenever I was younger, my dream job was being a professional basketball player.
I feel like that's a lot of kids.
Yeah, I know.
In grade school.
It's still in the picture if you want to see it, the glass half full, but it's not in the picture.
Right. So you said ministry as well, right?
Yes, sir.
So could you possibly like do both?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, of course, I could possibly do both. I could, be an athletic trainer for the school or a school, and then possibly have some sort of ties in with the church.
Yeah, I think that's what my brother's doing. My brother's doing that. I think so. He's going in ministry, but he also wants to stay on the athletic side because he plays baseball and all that. So
yeah. I remember a friend telling me about how there's sports ministers. Like for a team, having like a chaplain or something of that nature. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff you could do.
So I understand a lot of our listeners are younger and either need a first car or a new car. There are two amazing companies that can help you out with that. The first is Foursquare. They offer amazing services, incentives, and trade-ins. You can get a brand new car or buy a used one. Aside from Foursquare, there's another superb company, King City Chrysler. At King City Chrysler, you can purchase a car, truck, or Jeep. Both of these companies sell their respective cars, but I can assure you that they are fantastic. You can find both car lots in downtown Mount Vernon by Zadok Casey Middle School and the YMCA. A huge thank you for the gracious sponsor. If anyone else is interested in sponsoring, then instant message the Dorm Project on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, so I know a while back you tore part of your body, didn't you? ACL,
Yes.
was it?
Going on, it was a year and about a few weeks ago, June 7th, 2019, I tore my ACL and meniscus, and then on July 9th, I had surgery.
So I bet you it was very hard on your mental state, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, it was probably the toughest ever trying to, it was weird. As soon as I got out of surgery, it just hit me. I was like, wow, I can't really walk. And the people, they said, man, it's going to take a little bit for you to, get to walking back to normal. And as soon as surgery got over, like, I had to go to the bathroom. So I just tried, I swung my leg over in a big old cast, and I literally just tried to walk on it. And that's when I knew, like, wow, this is going to be a minute.
Yeah.
It's going to be a minute. It's going to be a lot of patience. And I say the toughest part about it was the first few nights going to sleep, and the pain that I was in was absolutely just horrendous. I'm talking, I'm just being real here. I'm just talking about, man, like, just crying and just, oh man, it was horrible trying to go to sleep. It was something I'll never forget, that's for sure.
Yeah. So how'd you cope with all that then?
I would say my mom, she helped me a lot because she went through the same thing. And in a way, she kind of pushed me to fight more and recover faster, or do my best to recover faster, because she told me, in less than a week she was walking. So I was like, oh man, I definitely got to get up and walking now, since, my mom, she's like, in less than a week, she was walking. I gotta do better than what my mom was doing, because, I'm a young, energized kid, so I gotta do something. But how I coped with it was just knowing that, there's obviously light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm not gonna be that way forever. Of course I'm a heal, of course I'm a walk again, but coping with it was lots of prayers. I had a bunch of friends that came over, that hung out with me, and, kept me some company. And I'd say that was the big one, having that community support, having that friend support, and pushing me along.
For sure. Friendly support, a great support system could help you out through a lot. So you're a very positive guy, right?
Yes.
So how do you stay so positive with everything going on in the world right now, and recent local events as well?
Man, I just stay positive by just putting that full trust in the Lord, and knowing that no matter what valley I'm going through or what mountain that I'm going through, that He will be there with me through it all, and that He will see me through it all. And that today at church, they played a song called "Sea of Victory," and the battle belongs to the Lord, and that I will see a victory at some point, no matter how long it takes or how short it takes. That there will be that victory in the end. And just putting that trust in the Lord, and having faith in Him, and understanding that He's a God of His promise, and that everything's going to be worked out for our good. And then no matter what situation you're in, that things can be learned from that, and that you can grow from that, and you can gain some more knowledge, some more wisdom from that, and keep it pushing.
Respect. I like that. It's a good answer.
Thank you.
You guys already know about Foursquare and King City Chrysler. Well, we have a new sponsor who is a graduate of Mount Vernon Township High School and wants to be your choice of salesman for your next vehicle. If you refer your friends to Ryan Schmidt, and if they purchase a vehicle from Ryan Schmidt, you will get $150. We can't make this up. If you're interested, then you can call or text Mr. Schmidt at 618-237-2611. Once again, that's 618-237-2611. Or you can message him on Facebook anytime at Schmidt Sells Cars.
So, what have you been doing recently? Like, how's life?
Shoot. I'd be lying if I said it's been easy, because it definitely has been anything but that with this whole coronavirus. But life has been very interesting. Life has been very challenging. It's been difficult. It's been tough.
Yeah.
But man, God is doing something so good and so magnificent that it just hurts me that some people aren't able to see that right now. Because I feel as if this whole coronavirus thing, yes, it's so fatal, it's so absurd and crazy, but God is using that for good. And I feel as if that so many people, I've witnessed so many people that have gotten stronger in their faith, gotten closer to God, and myself personally, I've grown a stronger relationship and started owning my faith more during this coronavirus quarantine. And here recently, just a bunch of passings away, people going up to the Lord. And for me personally, one of my best friends, he passed away last week. And I think ever since that, I think he's the reason why there's been like a little revival started around here.
Yeah, for sure.
So many people deciding to give their lives to Jesus. And it's just amazing that people are willing to step out in faith and taking that step of publicly declaring that Jesus is the Lord of their life and he is who he is. But man, it's been quite the ride, something I will never forget. And,
yeah, for sure. It's amazing to see, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
all these people coming back to life.
It's crazy.
It really is. You just recently took a trip to Tennessee, right?
Yes, indeed.
How was that? How did that go?
Dude, let me tell you, that's funny you asked that question, because my dad, he literally asked me, what were some of the good moments from the trip today, and I'll tell you the same things that I told him today. One of the things was being, I do a little bit of TikToking, all right, and one of my friends that I met on there, she was able to meet up with us this past week, and that was so cool, being able to meet someone I met over TikTok. It's something I would have never imagined if it wasn't for quarantine.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was able to meet her and to just have fun, live life, and that was so fun. It was so cool being able to do that. And then another thing that was so amazing was just taking in the beauty and the peace, and just being able to relax and enjoy time with the guys.
Yeah, take a break from reality a little bit.
Oh yeah. And just the amount of inside jokes and memories that were made was so fun. And one of the big things that I was talking to my friend Tyler Tate about on Tuesday was on the way down to Tennessee, a few hours or so outside of Nashville. They called me and they were like, "Yo, there's an accident on such and such. Just be aware and try to take like an alternative, faster route." And I was just like,
like a detour.
All right.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And so as I get closer to that point, my GPS, it tells me there's here's a faster way. It's suggesting it, and I was just like, all right. As as I get closer to the accident point, cars are still just booming, flying down the interstate, still going straight and not getting off on the detour. And I was kind of questioning, and I was like, man, should I just keep going, or should I get off and take the safer route? And so what immediately made me change my mind, and what drove me to take the detour, was the construction truck on the side of the road. It said accident ahead, and I was just like, man, if there's something still up there, I mean, this truck wouldn't still be sitting here. So I ended up getting off at the exit, and as I was getting off, I still was pondering, looking over at the car still flying down the interstate, thinking, man, like I'm just wasting some time. You know, those cars are clearly gonna get where they're going before I was, because the guys were already there at the cabin. So I was like, man, I was trying to get there as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so as I was taking the detour, the scenic route, if you will, it takes you underneath the overpass. And as soon as I see the overpass, I see just standstill traffic. And I just immediately think, wow, I am so glad that I read the sign and I paid attention to the sign. And you know, as I keep going on this detour, you know, you're able to see more of the interstate and how it's just even more standstill traffic. And you know, eventually I hop on the interstate where I possibly saved at least 40 minutes of just sitting there in traffic. And I was talking to Tyler on Tuesday morning. I was just thinking about it. I was like, man, how often do we go in our daily lives where we just pass up on the signs, where we don't even pay attention to the signs that, you know, that are, you know, not only in front of us or around us, but God's trying to let us see and let us hear. And that was just something cool that stood out to me.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So you had a pretty good time in Tennessee then?
Oh, it was amazing. The only downside was my wallet isn't too happy with me, but it's okay.
That's gonna be me next week because
Yeah.
me, Cullen, Hayden Aiken, and Dallas Barnum, we're taking a trip
Come
to
on.
Alabama and
Come
then
on.
North Carolina. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah. There you go.
yeah, and there might be a YouTube exclusive, a vlog.
Okay.
So
Okay.
for those of you listening, stay
Yeah,
tuned for
y'all
that.
better stay woke.
All right,
Very
so
true.
what's your favorite color? I asked all these people that. I asked
Favorite
everyone
color.
that.
I'm going with red.
Red. Is there a
Red.
reason?
Ever since I was younger, I just stuck to the red Power Ranger. That's what got me hooked.
Red Power Ranger.
Ever since then. What about you?
Oh, my favorite color. No one's asked me that. It's blue. Blue is my
Blue?
favorite color. Yeah.
All right,
It is.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Let
All right, Nick.
him know.
Thanks for coming on the episode today. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks for having me, man. Thanks
It's
for
kinda-
having me. It was an honor.
Kind of last minute, but we appreciate you coming on.
Yeah,
It's been wonderful talking to you.
Mm-hmm. Likewise.
I will leave your Instagram and all that in the description
Okay.
for you too.
All right. Yo, I hope to be back on here someday, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Just hit us up.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. We appreciate it. Make sure you share it, like it. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcast. A big thank you to Nick Malone. And until then, we'll see you guys later.
See y'all.
A huge thank you to ArtStarts, who has graciously sponsored the Dorm Project. They offer many things. For starters, ArtStarts offers summer camps, shows, and trips to theater festivals. They perform 2 shows a year. Their production of The Lion King Jr. premiere date will be released at a later date due to the pandemic. You can purchase tickets at the door or online. Check out ArtStarts on Facebook for more information.